Where can you go and meet hundreds of people just like you, strengthen existing relationships and forge new ones with vendors and distributors, and meet some of the biggest names in the industry, where you can go and see the newest tech and services that you need to make your IT business grow. And there'll be thousands of pounds worth of prizes up for grabs. Then what's more, you'll get that for £1. TechMax 2023 will be on the 23rd of June at Magna Adventure and Science Centre near Meadowhall in Sheffield. This event will be over 4 times larger than last year's event, and this year's event will incorporate a live tech awards, dedicated meeting rooms, demo and interactive areas, and up to 800 other techs just like you. Get registered now at tftmax.com. Where can you go and meet hundreds of people just like you, strengthen existing relationships and forge new ones with vendors and distributors, and meet some of the biggest names in the industry, where you can go and see the newest tech and services that you need to make your IT business grow. And there'll be thousands of pounds worth of prizes up for grabs. Then what's more, you'll get that for £1. TechMax 2023 will be on the 23rd of June at Magna Adventure and Science Centre near Meadowhall in Sheffield. This event will be over 4 times larger than last year's event, and this year's event will incorporate a live tech awards, dedicated meeting rooms, demo and interactive areas, and up to 800 other techs just like you. Get registered now at tftmax.com.
You're watching Tech Talk in affiliation with Tech for Techs. We're a community that supports independent trade with the help of vendors and distributors. We're live every Thursday at 8 p.m. London time, and we'll be streaming to Facebook, and YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. You can listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, Google, TuneIn, and many more. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, and your host, Philip Griffiths. Good evening, everyone. This is a live show where we discuss different ways to help your IT business grow. My name is Jenny Griffiths.
And my name is Philip Griffiths.
And we're your hosts this evening. Bet you didn't expect that coming from me. Please comment in the comments section and let us know where you're from and what company you work for, as well as let us know if you can see and hear us clearly. Today's episode is How Winning Makes You Better. And what better to discuss with these 4 winners here tonight. I have with me Allison from East Anglian Data Recovery, Ian and Katie Hodge from Blue Bolt PC, and of course, my significant other, Philip Griffiths from Chips Computers. How's everyone?
Yeah, fine.
Good, thank you.
Very well, thanks, Jenny.
All right, and if everyone will please comment in the comment section below again and let us know if you can hear us loud and clear. If you have any thoughts or questions, please feel free to comment. If you're watching from the Facebook group, please click the link in the chat and allow Facebook to show your name when you comment. Otherwise, you'll be called Facebook user, and that's just not cool. So if you would like to introduce yourself, guests, and let us know who you are, where you're from, what you do, and give a news tip. I'm going to start with Allison, please.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Alison Cook. I'm one half of the team EADR. We are a data recovery specialist based in Norfolk, but we service clients and suppliers and partners all throughout the UK and in Ireland too, and in Europe. So it's great to be here. Thanks for having us. It's not so much a tip, it's more of a little observation that we've been making over the last few weeks. We've seen a certain increase in size capacity of hard drives which are coming through the doors. People are buying bigger and bigger capacity hard drives, not necessarily because they've got tons of data to store, but because the prices are coming down. Unfortunately, what that doesn't do is mean the price of recovery is not going to come down too, because the bigger the drive, unfortunately, the more the processing time. So just to say that bigger isn't always better in every single circumstance. So that's my little story for today.
And that's a good tip. Have you got something to say for us, Katie and Ian, either?
Hi guys, Ian and Katie from Blue Bolt PC. We build custom computers, gaming computers. I would say our tip is probably our mantra, isn't it? And our mantra is keep on going. It doesn't matter what the situation is. If you've had a bad day, just keep on going, keep on going. And it may be a tip, but it is also what we try to go towards.
All right. Phil?
Right, before we go with that, let's just quickly go through the chat because we've got quite a few things coming in. So we've got Richard Creedy saying, evening all. We've also got Dan, I think that's going to be Dan from CMS, if I'm right, is saying hello as well. So we've got some crazy drunk Irishman from Crosshaven Computers.
I also see Sharon is from Eurosoft.
Yes, we've got Sharon from Eurosoft as well. We've got Richard Creedy as well. He's from Great Computer Services. We've got Mark as well saying evening. He is from Rayleigh Computer Shop, if I remember right. He's won 1 or 2 awards as well. We've got Sean from Brolly IT on there as well. We've got Sharon, as you said, from Eurosoft or PC Check, depending on how you want to call them. And we've got Black Cat PC saying hello. So there we go. So, right. So you want me to introduce myself? So I'm Phil at Tech for Techs. I also run Chips Computers, so do computer repairs and stuff like yourselves. We've migrated away from having a store, mainly dealing with a lot of businesses and home clients, in all honesty, these days. My tip of the day is going to be related to a lot of the news and stuff what's been going on over the last 24 hours, or at least today. regarding Linus Tech Tips, big YouTuber. You've probably seen him. You might have seen the posts I've put out on videos. That basically all his YouTube, or not all of them, but 3 of his YouTube channels have been hacked, maybe 4 of them. So Linus Tech Tips, his main channel's got like 15 million subscribers, or basically members as well. And his account got hacked, and there was fake phishing scams on there. Basically, someone pretending, it was Elon Musk talking about Bitcoin, and then links telling people to buy Bitcoin, this, that, and the other. And obviously, a lot of people have fallen for it potentially. And Google's ended up taking down. Obviously, Google own YouTube. Google has taken down all their content and everything. Hopefully they're going to be rectifying it. They have made a statement that they're working with it, but it just goes to show how easy if it is for a big company like them to basically lose their information. Obviously, we're not 100% sure on the specifics, how someone managed to hack their accounts. If obviously the password was easy, I'm guessing it's not the case. If they didn't have two-factor authentication installed, more than likely what's happened is one of the employees, I would have thought, who was someone who's got access to the account, has gone and clicked on a link, and it's got them to basically sign up for something. They've put the details in, and bang, someone stole their information, renamed the channel, earning all the money they should be doing. So that can happen to anyone. It's happened to not exactly the same to our Facebook account, or mine personally, locked out of a lot of different things. So, and we didn't even get a reason why my account got suspended and then blocked in the same day. But luckily we got Jen as another admin on the accounts, because if we didn't have, then I wouldn't have access to anything. I wouldn't have access to Tech for Techs, for example. My Chips Computers Facebook page and Tech for Techs in general would have been
gone.
I wouldn't say gone, but been having a few issues, let's put it that way. So it's always best to make sure you've got an alternative ways to get into stuff. So, for example, on Facebook, you've got 2 admin accounts on there, just in case one does get blocked, you can access it via another one, because that could cause you a lot of issues, even if it just means you can't access it. Right, I think that's me for my tip. So I'll let you carry on, Jen.
Well, mine was sort of like a comment about Linus as well.
Okay.
But in a different way. It kind of surprised me in a way. You look at Linus or someone on YouTube as maybe celebrity status sometimes, like, oh, it could never happen to them, and you find out information like this, and it just shocked me right off. I was like, whoa. Linus got hacked. You kidding me? But he's a person like anybody else. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, he's just like us, and you just, I guess you hold him to a different standard or something. But it really shocked me in the sense that he got hacked.
Yeah, in a way, because it can happen to anyone.
It can happen to anyone. And you're thinking, God, if Linus can get hacked, ooh, I better tighten up my belt around home.
That's it. Oh, let's just go to chat. So we've got Lewis in the chat from Gigabyte. So obviously we've got Gigabyte, who's a vendor, do motherboards and lots of other peripherals and things like that. Yep. They're actually watching tonight. Actually, Lewis, I want to get in contact with you at some point, but obviously I'll send you a message on either Facebook or whatnot, and we can have a chat at some point. And we've also got Cormac commenting as well. Great tip about the 2 admin accounts on your Facebook page, but also have 2 different user accounts for that Facebook page as well. Yes, basically you have multiple different accounts, because if one account gets blocked, then you're just not going to get in. And that probably bet good on other things as well, where you need 2 admin accounts to get in. For example, even on your website, if you've got a WordPress website, have 2 separate admin accounts, just in case something happens to one, you've got access via another, and stuff like that. So it goes for most things. But yeah, definitely agree there, Cormac.
All righty. And let's talk about the news here. We've had more vendors to sign up to TechMax, which is good. We've had Verbatim, Surefire, TP-Link, and our official main sponsor is Aracool in association with Case King. And Others that are going to be coming to TechMax are CUDA, East Anglian Data Recovery, ReplaceBase, Spire, TechPoint Distribution, Target, Servers Plus, Marvo, Lexar, Case King Cherry, VIP, Apacer, Strong, ISL Online, Eurosoft, that's Sharon Richards' company there, Seasonic, Acasa, Be Quiet, TP Link, and many more to come that I just can't tell you about yet. So it looks like we're going to have a good time yet again. Right. Directly after this show, voting will be live for the Tech Awards 2023, sponsored by Pax8. This year, we had 3 times as many nominations as last year. Nominations have been made by members of the tech community. If you're not listed, this is either A, you are a sponsor for the event, B, you were not nominated, or C, the information was entered incorrect or in the wrong category. Maybe you didn't submit a photo. Voting will go on for 1 month, okay? Finalists will be picked from the top, and the finals will take place at TechMax on the 23rd of June. So if you're not getting people to vote for you, I suggest you start, because you've only got 1 more month left. All right, and let's have a word from our sponsor.
Yep, so just give me 1 second, just click the button. Can you go and meet hundreds of people just like you, strengthen existing relationships and forge new ones with vendors and distributors, and meet some of the biggest names in the industry, where you can go and see the newest tech and services that you need to make your IT business grow. And there'll be thousands of pounds worth of prizes up for grabs. Then what's more, you'll get that for £1. TechMax 2023 will be on the 23rd of June at Magna Adventure and Science Centre near Meadowhall in Sheffield. This event will be over 4 times larger than last year's event, and this year's event will incorporate a live tech awards, dedicated meeting rooms, demo and interactive areas, and up to 800 other techs just like you. Get registered now at tftmax.com.
All right, that sounded pretty good to me. I'm ready to party. All right, now let's talk about awards and why they make you better. I'm going to ask the first question, and we'll just go around the circle, starting with Phil, and then Ian and Katie, and then Allison on the first question. All right, what awards have you won?
Won a few. I think the first ones we won were the Target Awards. They used to do like at their open day, they used to do an award ceremony. We won a couple for making what was it? The Millennium Falcon and AT-AT Walker from Star Wars, turning them into PCs basically for like original 1981 toys. You might, if you ever watch any of the videos, you'll actually see them in the backgrounds when we do in reviews. But we won a couple of awards for those. I think they're on there somewhere. System Configurator was one, and one was for marketing because we managed to get published on, I think it was like Guru 3D and a few others at the time. I think some of them have gone bust now, those places. But and also won a few of the PCR awards as well for Best Independent Store and so forth. I won't go into it too much now, but that's basically what helped us start Tech for Techs.
Any others to mention?
We've won a few local ones as well. I don't want to brag too much.
The long and short of it is, in his man cave, there's awards stretched across that wall. All right, Ian and Katie, tell us about awards that you've won.
Well, you put us to shame. You really have.
You have.
We've
somewhere.
the first award we won was the Tech Award. So, and we were really, really proud of that.
Yeah, we were.
And what was that for?
It was for Best Online Store. But the reason that we were really, really proud of it is because we only really initially started this about 4 years ago, and Ian for the last year had literally just spent the whole time on the website, and to literally go from not even having a e-commerce platform basically, to then winning an award within a year was amazing.
Yeah, it really felt
Look
like
at that online store, Phil. You had a picture of it?
Yeah, I think I've got the website here. Let me just stick it on the screen.
worth a brag.
There we go. Oh, look, there's our awards there.
Oh, that's really nice. I would definitely be interested in buying from it just from the way it looks. It is eye-catching. It matches the RGB on the computers and things, and it just has that factor that just grabs your eyes. Yeah,
That's
We
it.
tried
I
to
like
make it
that.
bright and vibrant, and it's kind of what we were trying to achieve. So hopefully,
but also simple as well. The idea of it was that it had to be, there's the button, press the button, that's what I want.
Yes.
So and people use the word clean, and which we're really
Yes.
proud of. When they say clean,
Yes.
that's what we want.
I can't stand to go to a website and go, where is it?
Yeah.
Where am I going? And then some of your distributors are guilty of this.
Mhm.
I won't say anything, but a keyboard is not a component. It is a peripheral.
mhm.
I don't care where you're from. It's a peripheral. It does not go in the component section.
Or some of them that look like they're still out of the 1990s. And I won't
Yeah.
name.
I think we all know
Yeah.
who those are, and I have a feeling one or two of them may be watching, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, totally agree. One
Right.
thing I like, sorry to comment, I like that on your on the PC repair side, and probably on a few other pages, you've actually got pictures of yourselves on there, so customers can actually see who you are as well. I think that's a nice touch.
Yeah, Phil used to throw the worst picture of me on the website and the best picture of him. And I'd always say, couldn't you ask, my approval before you put it on? Yeah. And there's always an excuse, but
Yeah.
whatever. But the customers would come in and say, I like the fact that you've got your picture on. As long as they're happy, whatever.
Well, people buy people, don't they? And
They do.
Yeah.
They like a personal touch.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And if they know it's Ian and Katie and Jack, and they're coming in, and there's a physical, they can see a face to put a name to a face, it makes all the difference.
It got so much one time that I couldn't even go in Tesco and buy my shopping without people coming up to me saying, Mrs. Chips, I need your husband to come see me. And I'm like, look, I don't have anything to write with right now. Call me tomorrow. Okay, all right, nice seeing you. Oh, you remember me, blah, blah, blah. I guess so.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, Alison, tell us about your awards.
Well, this is our first award experience as well, to be honest. We were very lucky to be nominated and win Best Outsourced Company for Data Recovery for 2021 and 2022. So absolutely blown away by that. But it's the only award we've ever been nominated for or entered. So this is all new territory for us, and we love it. It's great.
I actually have a picture
Oh,
here
yeah.
of the way they've actually displayed them.
I
So as you
love
can
that.
see,
I really do.
Yeah, that's how we show it off. I know we were probably going to talk about that at another time, but this is sort of this is in our reception area, so people who come in to see us in our offices in Dereham in Norfolk that just hits them straight when they come in, and it does become a talking point. So actually seeing the physical awards, people ask about what you've won them for, so we get to talk about it there too.
Yep. I saw it just a couple of months back when I was making a trip through and stopped by.
yeah.
And don't be surprised if someone watching out there, you see a knock on your door one day and Phil and I roll up, put the kettle on, like we did, Alison.
That's it. We've got actually Alison's website here, so I'm going to show that off as well. Here we go. So we've got that on there. So as you can see, data recovery, and obviously if you are wanting data recovery doing, or you want to outsource it or anything like that, Alison is definitely one of the people you need to be considering, that's for sure. So, but you've also got on their About Us page, they've actually got a picture of each other on there.
I like that. That just looks really nice.
There you go.
They look so friendly and approachable in these pictures.
There you go. You've even got Steve on there. I think he hides a little bit.
I know.
But there we go.
But when you go in, and if you ever get a chance to meet Steve and talk to him, once you get him talking about his job, that's it. He's in his element, and he wants to show you everything, and he will teach you what he does, show you everything in Alison and his business there. He took me on a little tour. Now, half of what he said was like this: one ear, out the other. It just did not stop, did not register. But I really appreciated the time he took to, and the passion he put in to the talk.
Yeah, exactly. I know quite a lot about computers, but when he started going on some things, I was just like, yeah, okay. I must admit, it blew my mind, some of the stuff. So he was on about, so yeah.
He's definitely very, very passionate about what he does. That's a sure thing.
Yeah, it shows. It shows. And I like
good.
someone that's passionate about their job.
Yeah, definitely. Right, before we go any further, we've got some chat. Do you want to read these out for us, Jen? So
chat.
I'll stick it on the screen.
So I have Richard Creedy. It happened to Paul Hibbert, who does home automation videos in a comic way. So yeah, anybody can get hacked and be vulnerable. Karen says, watching on LinkedIn, good to see you all. That's Karen Francis at Cloud Dolphin.
And we've got Matthew Brown as well saying, evening guys, Matthew from Sell My Laptop at FYL Recycled IT, sorry, get that right. And we've also got the PC guy as well saying, evening guys and girls. And we've got PC guys saying, this is why I stick to my logo and not my radio face. Gives me a good privacy, but people see me in the office. So yeah, it's one of those things I think, to be honest, it's sort of things that if you don't want to be seen, then yeah, that's fine. But sometimes having that personal touch on there actually wins your business because people like to know who they're dealing with. So
and Karen
I can see both points of view.
Is also saying EADR is the only data recovery company we recommend. The only says a lot to me.
There we go. That's good then.
That's very kind.
Yeah, he's wanting free recovery doing on something, I reckon. So,
well, let's go on to our next question. Why do you think you were nominated in your category, and or did you nominate yourself?
And that's to
Katie and Ian.
Okay, Katie and Ian. So, why did you nominate yourself? Why did you think it was a good idea to put yourself up for a award?
Did someone nominate you?
Well, we actually did nominate ourselves, but I also know as well that some of our account managers also did nominate us as well. Whether they did or whether they were just saying it so that we would buy extra, who knows? But anyway, we actually nominated ourselves because, without sounding really big-headed, if you like, we actually did believe that our website was worth it, and so we thought, sod it, go for it.
Absolutely. You can't win if you're not in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. And to make it clear, his nominations just gets you through the first step, and that's the first stage. Obviously, it's then down to everyone else to vote for you. So
and you're voted for by your peers, and that's saying a lot. That your peers saw that yours was the best.
And to be honest, I remember, when you announced the awards, I dropped my coffee because I was like, what were you?
Although I actually believed that, it was good enough, I actually didn't believe that we would win. So I kind of wasn't expecting you to say it. So yeah, it was a bit of a, okay, and it did take a while for it to sink in.
So you had yourself a little moment, and you had to go and clean up coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I was. Yeah,
I made him spill his coffee.
for us, it was. It felt like
It was an achievement.
it was an achievement, and the work we put in and the hours we put in. Suddenly, there was some recognition that actually we were doing the right thing, and actually that it was worth it.
Yeah, because sometimes you get in a trudge and you're trudging your every day and you're doing it, but sometimes it doesn't necessarily always feel like you're getting anywhere or it's actually making a difference. So then suddenly when we did win, it kind of gives you that, oh, okay, it gives you that boost and that just keep going, we are doing the right
And when
thing.
you've spent 4 hours, me and Katie spend 4 hours on one little widget where it goes, okay, is it going to be smaller? No, that doesn't look right that way. And it just gives you the thing that you go, actually, that was worth it. That was worth the time, to actually do
It
that.
doesn't feel like it at the time.
No, it doesn't.
I won an award before I got with Phil in business for something computer related. It was a customer service thing. One of my customers called up the firm that I worked for and said that I had given her the best customer service that she could have possibly asked for.
Oh.
And I got an award at this ceremony. I really wasn't expecting it. And when they called out my name, I'm not one to burst into tears by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not the weepy kind. But I just looked over at my friend Michael that was sitting next to me, and I just burst into tears. And he says, "Get off me and go get your reward."
Sometimes it's nice to have that recognition, and I guess
Yes, it was. But back to our chat, we have the PC guy. He says, "Yes, I nominated myself because I'm proud of my bench and won the award thanks to very kind voters." And a nice bench it was.
Yes, it was. I remember that one. It was definitely a
too.
good-looking bench. If people are wondering what we're on about by bench, we're on about repair bench.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone's logging in and a bit confused. There we go. So,
to Allison, tell us about, did you nominate yourself or were you nominated? And
I think we probably did nominate ourselves. A bit like Jay, PC guy, you kind of hope that you're in with a shot. We didn't have any expectations of winning. Obviously, it's always lovely to be the winner, but even being nominated and getting through to that next round is really, it's great. It's an achievement in itself, really. But yeah, we were very lucky to win, and to win 2 years in a row is just brilliant. Really chuffed with it. So proud.
yeah.
all right, I'm going to get over my choking
You're on.
spell.
Do you want me to take over for a second?
No, I'm good. Right, moving right along. Why do you think others should enter the awards? And
I think because you've got to be in it to win it. Ultimately, if you don't try, you'll never know if you're going to win or not.
Absolutely. And Allison, the same for you.
I think it to enter it. Why people should enter it? I think it kind of brings a bit of a focus to your own business to do the best you can. And if you are lucky enough to win, because people are voting for you, it does allow you to share your achievements with your customers as well. And I just think it adds confidence to your own business as well. You can say you're an award winner, and hopefully that brings you even more business, which is, at the end of the day, is what we are all after.
Absolutely. And Phil?
Yeah, I totally agree there with Alison and obviously Ian. I think best way I can put this is, obviously you've got to be in it to win it, but the reason why I'd always recommend anyone puts their name down, obviously, it's promoting your business, first of all. It helps build your self-confidence as well. It's sort of a recognition that you're actually doing something right. Even if you only get through to the nominations, don't get through to the finals. But the one thing I always found with the awards, which I've always been a little bit competitive, some of you might already know that. So it's not the fact that I want to win; it's that I want to make my company the best it can be. And by competing against others, that's the only way you can really judge that. It's all right having your customers coming up to you saying, "Oh yeah, you're the best of the best," and all this, that, and the other. But if you've actually got something behind you to prove you are, that's something else. I'm going to say it's just one of those things where obviously I'll look if I don't win something, I'll look and see what the person who did to win, as in, was their website better, did their marketing better, why are they better? And obviously I'll try and improve to not match what they've done but make it better, so it gives you something to aim at and actually improve your business by actually entering and winning these awards as such.
You know, winning, when we would win an award, I found it made me more confident, and also it made me want to prove myself as to why I won that award. And so it would make me be a better businesswoman behind the counter. You know, you don't want to cut corners. You don't want to fob off a customer. You want to be seen as I'm the best. I've got this award that says so, and here's why. You know, you've got to show your customer why you won that award, and you're worth it as well. And you remember, you think, I've got to live up to this. I've got to live up to this award.
As independent business owners, which we all are, and the part of the whole thing about Tech for Tech's community is that it's supporting independent business. And the thing is, when we all set up our businesses, we all had a vision, and we all set our own level and our bar. And so we set the vision based on how we thought things should be done and how we wanted to be perceived by our clients and our audiences. And so to actually win an award is really important, because it's external sources that are giving you that sort of validation, if you like, and especially people in your own industry letting you know that what you're doing is good, and they appreciate what you're doing too. So I think that's really important.
Gives you credibility. Yeah.
You know, a famous football coach from where I'm from.
Football? Is it?
Well, it once said.
Wrong football.
It's wrong shaped ball.
Yeah, he once. This is Paul Bear Bryant. He once said, "If you believe in yourself and have dedication and pride, you will be a winner. The price of victory is high, but so are the rewards."
Yes.
Okay.
And I think that's something that everybody can identify with in the business world.
A good friend of mine says to me, he was a recruitment agent, and he used to say, "It's funny, Ian, the harder I work, the luckier I become."
That's it. And Richard Creedy is saying he's not one to nominate himself. But I say, Richard, believe in yourself, nominate yourself, get out there and give it a go.
Yeah, I haven't got the full list of actual nominations in front of me. I know a lot of them have had multiple nominations, which doesn't really matter. You only need one to get through to the voting stage. But if you didn't vote for yourself, Richard Creedy, I know someone did, at least for the Tech for Tech's community expert anyway. So someone obviously likes you somewhere, even if it's not yourself, someone does nominate. Okay, so you might be down for other awards as well. I'm not sure, to be honest. I've not got the full list. Just talking about the awards, the amount of people who have actually been nominated this year is 3 times as many as last year for the awards. It took me a long time to write it all up and put it into the sheets and get everything on there. So I'm not saying it's one person, Richard. It could be 100. I don't know. I'm not going that far. I know it was at least one anyway, or one or more. So let's put it that way. Right, Jen, if you want to take back over.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to let me.
Oh dear, we're in trouble.
So we've done what has winning meant for you, right? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me?
Yeah, that was the next question.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So this is what has winning meant for you, and we'll start out with Allison.
I think, as I said before, it's about sort of knowing that everything that you put into place to make sure things are right, people are starting to, or people agree with. By winning the award, you're getting that sort of external vote of confidence in what you do. And it kind of goes back to what Ian is saying as well. All the hard work that you put in to make things the way they are, it's got a little rubber stamp on it by the people that are buying from you. So it is important to win the award. And it just pushes you forward to make sure that you can keep those standards up and, aim to exceed them as well, and always keep on moving forward.
True. Phil, what's your take on it?
So, what does it mean for? Well, I think Alison's pretty much covered most of it there. To be honest with you, it's just sort of like that you've done something right, as in personally. That obviously to win an award, especially for something like the Tech for Tech Awards, which again are voted for by you rather than some awards out there. Let's put it this way: it depends on who with the judges and who
Or
will
how
vote
much
for
you
who
pay.
and how much you pay to get in for tickets and
Sponsorships.
sponsorships. I must admit, there are a few things like that out there, and the people who were watching may know who I'm on about. But yeah, so winning meant to me, well, it's meant a lot because obviously we've entered more and more and done more and more. Obviously, we're not really the ones for entering awards now because we're the ones giving them away. But it feels good to me, but it also feels good not just winning the awards. It feels good to actually giving the awards out to people. So sort of a
And
different
our shelf won't hold
view to it.
anymore anyway. So
Okay, stop bragging. Right, but yeah,
quite heavy.
It feels good to actually be giving it away and seeing
It
other
does.
people
It
benefit
really
from it.
does.
That's my view.
When I read the list of tech awards, I always picture the people sitting at home on their settee or wherever they might be listening. And I know that they're feeling what I felt the first time that Phil and I went into a local award ceremony. You're sitting there, you really don't think you're going to win. You're just happy that you've been nominated, but you're still sitting there going, "Oh, if we win, oh come on, let's win, 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 win." And then when they call out your name, you just want to go, "Yes!" So I can picture everything like that, and I actually feel it with you when you win. And to the finalists that didn't make it, I know they're sitting there going, they're happy for the winner, but they still wish that they had taken it home too. So I know
it's
how
an achievement though to get into the finals.
Yeah.
Still.
It is. And
It is an achievement in itself. I mean, to go that far.
Yeah.
I was watching. I put it on the logo straight on the website straight away.
Finalist.
We haven't won every award that we've gone up for. Sometimes we only made finals, but
sometimes we do that.
the ones that we were just finalists for, we displayed them just as pretty as if it was the winning certificate. I mean, why not?
Yeah, exactly. To be named the best 5 or 3 or whatever it is in the country, obviously from whose judges it is an achievement, and it feels good. And you'd be surprised how many customers actually congratulate you. We have always in the past emailed out, and we've emailed out, tell the customers, yeah, we've won this, blah blah blah, and you'd be surprised how many actually email back and say congratulations and stuff like that.
I've had people bring in chocolates and flowers into the store before, just because they said, I saw this on Facebook that you were at your awards, and I just wanted to bring this in to you. It's just amazing what they'll do. You don't want to do it for the chocolate or the flower, but it's really nice when your customers remember you, and they say good job. It makes you. That's the part that makes me feel the best, is when the customer says, I'm glad you got it. All right, let's move on.
So I think something just fell out of our bin or something. It just sounded a bit weird. But
Let's move on to the chat. Ken at Canny Clever IT says winning for us was fantastic. Winners, runners up, and finalists all in 1 year. Well, congratulations to that, Ken. And I remember your awards, and I remember thinking, wow, he's got a lot. Ken says it really helped bring his team together. A bit of bonding was going on with that. And yeah, I can see that because, yeah, when Phil and I would joint win something, it was like, yes, we've done this. The two of us did it. There's no I in team.
yeah, as Jeremy Clarkson always says, we did a thing.
We did a thing.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, obviously, if you don't like Jeremy Clarkson, well, that's another story. But
and
yeah.
on that bombshell, we're going to the next question. All right. What have you done to promote the fact that you have won the awards, Ian?
Well, yeah, you look at our website. I couldn't make it more clear if I tried.
Absolutely, and that's
yeah,
great.
you can see it from space on our website.
We've put it on email signatures as well.
Every video we do,
That's true, every video.
Marketing videos for every computer we sell. Every one of them has that as part of it. Everything, literally everything that goes out, everything on a website, if you flick through, it will actually say award-winning business. So
that's good. And Katie said something that I always endorse as well. Your email signature. That's a great place to put it, because every email you send out, you're going to put your signature on it, and you're advertising how good you are.
Yeah.
Now, when Chips had to have new signage out front because ours was a little bit weather beaten and battered, we got award-winning put on our sign for the store. And each time we would win something, we'd just add another badge to the sign. Big Arts and Banners made a fortune off us over the years.
Well, I'll tell you what, actually your things, trying to make them go into those little widgets. And I spent hours the other day trying to get yours into a circle. It was a nightmare.
We got there in
the end, but trying to get, if you go to our website, the top section,
I kept knocking the S off.
I kept knocking the S off, and it was really annoying me to try and get it inside. Yeah.
We'll have to look at the artwork for this year's coming up to see if we can alter it a little bit. I'll have a word with Ian, who does our stuff. So yeah, just a shout out to Ian Hanley. If you ever need any artwork doing, like the logos for the awards and stuff like that, he's the one who actually designed all those for us and so forth. So give him a shout out. And he also did our TFT members page as well, which we'll talk about another day a bit more. But yeah.
Right, and we'll go on to Alison with the same question.
Well, we shared obviously our good news, our nomination first of all, and then the actual winning itself on all of our social channels, so Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, I think as well that we did. We have got the cabinet again showing the actual physical awards right centre stage in reception when people come in to see us. We also use the logos as well, but in a different format. We had some point of sale literature printed up. So this is for our referral partners to give away at the obviously their desk when they're talking to clients who want to take something away with them. So I had one here which is done, and we have the Tech for Techs logos at the bottom here showing that they were award-winning data recovery specialists. So yeah,
hold that up again for us and let us see it.
Hold that up again,
sorry,
so we can see it.
Oh, sorry.
Right, there we go. For anyone who's watching,
there we go.
That's nice.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
So yeah, they're available if anyone wants them. But they basically just highlight the fact that we're an award winner 2 years running, and that's on the bottom there for all to see.
Very nice. What about you, Phil?
Which question were on again? Oh yeah. So how has it affected or what we've done basically, weren't it?
What
So,
have you done to promote?
to promote when we won awards in the past, obviously we've done the similar sort of things, all the leaflets, as Jen says, on the front of the store, website, emails, and so forth. But the biggest thing what made an impact to us was telling the local papers and radio. Obviously, not everyone's going to jump on the bandwagon and do it. Apparently, we got a couple of mentions on the radio. I've never heard it ourselves, but apparently we did. But we did get like written up in like the Derbyshire Times and the local parish magazines and stuff like that, which didn't cost us anything. We just basically sent it in, and a lot of these places, newspapers, are usually looking for information to put into their magazines and different things, free content sometimes because
They
they want
love
to beef it up.
content they don't have to write.
Yeah, we got a lot of work from that because it was basically free advertising. It was free advertising saying we'd won an award and we were really good. So obviously it made it was like sort of a triple hit in one go sort of thing.
It even led to me writing content for the Derbyshire Times on the latest things in tech that the public need to know about. Scams.
You had your own column.
Well, yeah, just basically, yeah. I would just go ahead and write up scams that are going around, what to look for, beware of. It wasn't every time the Derbyshire Times came out. It would only be if it was something, special that was going around. And let's just say it was the Metro Police scam. You know, the one that the copper is up there on the computer. You've been looking at things you shouldn't and things like that. And I would tell them, just turn it off, and the solution is to bring it to Chip's Computers and we'll fix it for you.
Oh.
So it's a little bit of advertisement, and it's a little bit of warning, don't panic. It can be fixed as well. So.
Yeah, just to comment on that, they're still actually on the Derbyshire Times website, the columns we actually did. Here we go. So a lot of times it's just basic things like tips using your computer easier. This is from like 2019. I thought it was longer ago than that, it just skews all their adverts, unfortunately. But it's basically just shortcuts of how copy and paste and different bits and bobs like that and so forth. And then they put our address down. Obviously, if anyone tries to contact us there, they're not going to get anywhere. But information's there. But places like the Derbyshire Times. Obviously, it's not just people are going to see the stuff and then contact you. Let me just turn that off. It also backlinks to your website if they backlink, which obviously then boosts your website that way. But not only does it usually get shared in the local papers, it can go into not necessarily the national papers, which is always a chance, but other local places in different areas, because a lot of these paper companies, like newspapers, are all owned by a big company. I think it's Derbyshire Times, I think it's Johnson's Press or something or other. They're owned by, and they do lots of different papers all over. We were finding that
Mansfield even had our stuff.
Yeah, we were getting them all over the UK coming, which didn't help when obviously they were contacting us from far afield, but it did help with the back listings basically. So basically it boosted our visibility on like Google search from being like third and fourth in the area or roughly around the area to pretty much on every aspect up to first place.
And these newspapers, really they have Facebook accounts, as you can see, and you share that story onto your personal page, and then your proud mother shares it onto her page, and then Auntie shares it to her page, and you see where I'm going with this. It just really, good news travels fast sort of thing. So
yeah, I think that covers it from me.
Yeah. How has winning the awards affected your business? And I'll start with Allison.
I mean, it's helped us because I think it's made us strive a bit harder. we are ISO accredited, so we're quite process driven in what we do, and the way that we do things. But that's obviously on the more kind of official footing, that we get audited externally to make sure we're doing the things we say we're going to do.
Yeah.
So when you actually getting external clients voting for you and voting and cheering you on, and giving direct feedback in that way, it just makes you want to try even harder to make sure you're carrying on at those standards for them too. So yeah, it's helped us push forward, I think, and we're always sort of trying to make sure we do things the best way we can. We're always sort of trying to streamline processes and make it easier for people to work with you. So and obviously the confidence is there as well, that people can see that 2 years running we've won an award, so we must be doing something right.
Obviously you are. And Ian and Katie, what about you?
I would probably say to do with, I would say distributors definitely are more aware of us. And we're getting calls from distributors asking us questions and want to know more about our business and what we're doing. And it's just interesting, actually, it started to come about. I wonder if that's because of, the credibility.
Yeah.
It
totally
never
agree.
hurts. I'll say that. An award can open up many doors, and if a distributor sees that, they go, "These guys are doing it right. I want them to spend money with me."
Yeah.
So,
I think as well, I think it gives customers a sense of trust in you as well.
it does.
Yeah,
What about you, Phil? Any thoughts?
Yeah,
finals?
definitely going on exactly the same as Ian and Katie said there. When we won our first award, and again, this is how we started Tech for Techs, is the vendors and distributors wanted to know who we were, and we had at the time, it was Gigabyte, weren't it, who came in and they were like, "Hi, we've seen you won an award. Can we do your shop up?" When I say do your shop, put like a big banner on front of the counter and stuff, like little things like that. They suddenly notice who you are, and that's where we ended up forming relationships with Gigabyte. I think it was Hits at the time, who's now at CMS, and then we also got relationships with Pete at Bulgard, now Symantec. They've all moved on, all the vendors are, and it was Ronnie at Cooler Master, who's now at Zeus. So people do tend to notice you, and obviously they want to be associated with the best of the best as well. Even people who have been, I know people who have been like just nominated or even got into finals and haven't won, they have as well been contacted with these places, and obviously they want to work with you guys, and sometimes you've got the bargaining chips now, because obviously they'll say, "Oh, are you selling our stuff?" You can turn around and say no, and then it's like, what can you do for us, sort of thing, rather than what can we do for you. So you can give us lots of point of sales material, demo products and stuff like that, and it doesn't always work, but it's worth a try, and it does sometimes work.
I need to quickly go to chat.
Let's quickly go over the chat.
Ken says that winning for us was fantastic. Winners, runners up, finalists, all in one. And then we have Facebook users as a contender last year. That was exciting in itself. Like Ken just noted, it brought the team together, and for us to focus the ideas of the TFT group suggests. All right, that's Facebook user, but I'm guessing you're from Canny Clever. We still have the TFT Platinum Product Award for the PC Check tools on our website homepage from a few years ago, and that's going to be Sharon Richards at Eurosoft.
Yeah, they got an award from a review we did for them. It was quite a few years ago now. Must be 4 years ago, maybe 5. But yeah, so definitely a good product, the Eurosoft. I must admit, we use it in our testing and stuff like that for repairs.
Speaking of Eurosoft, we were speaking to Sharon today. She was phenomenal, actually. She spent the time with us, put us through to her tech guys, spent a load of time with us. They were absolutely brilliant. She can't transfer calls on her phone, but apart from that, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, Alison's definitely a character in herself anyway. So
That's Sharon.
yes, sorry, Sharon, Sharon Richards. I do know that, but yeah, so definitely. So yeah, Richard's just posted a link as well for you, Sharon. If you click on that, it'll let your name be shown in chat as well. So thanks for sharing that, Richard.
Says it's difficult when you're a one-woman band, don't really fit into anything. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if that's Alison again. Or, sorry,
No, that wouldn't
Sharon.
be. No, it wouldn't be
Someone else.
Sharon. I disagree though. Your gender has nothing to do with it. You can also use the fact that you're a woman as a plus thing, but I would leave gender out of it. What you offer, what you have to offer, no matter if it be a bricks and mortar, a call out, or whatever, if you've got good customer service, if your website is good, you have nice signage on your car, whatever, you can fit into in most any of the categories. It doesn't matter, and it's not gender specific at all. As a matter of fact, I don't like things that focus on women in tech. I had much rather be referred to as just a tech. If that
Good
makes
point.
sense.
But on a customer side of things, we have had lots of customers in the past. I don't know if you get the same thing, Ian and Katie, but we get a lot, or had a lot of customers who would come in just so they could speak to another female, as in a repair person and so forth, because they were sometimes intimidated by either myself or other men or whatever, and they wanted to speak to an actual woman rather than a bloke.
And then we had also the ones that wouldn't speak to the woman and this man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you get a few. Obviously, there are a few people set in the ways and so forth. Well, let's just leave it at that. And I'm guessing you get probably the same thing as well, Alison, do you? Where people prefer to talk to you rather than Steve, or do they prefer to talk to the man in the business? Do you ever get that one?
No, I've never had that. Obviously, I take probably most of the majority of the calls that come in. Steve will answer the phone, obviously, and talk to people, especially if it's a more technical level. And that's obviously the difference between the two of us, because his slant on things is far more technical than I. So yeah, that tends to be where he would get involved at that stage. So if I can't handle the actual technical inquiry that someone has, if it's maybe one of the partners that are ringing in with something specific, then I would hand it to Steve. But that's purely just because of on a knowledge thing. It's not because they won't talk to me.
Okay, that's good then, at least.
that is good. And on that note, we are running out of time. I can't believe that this show has flown by so quickly tonight. But I do appreciate each and every one of you participating. It was nice to have you and all.
You're welcome.
And thank you for watching, and thanks for supporting independent businesses for all of you out there watching our show. Make sure that you tune in next Thursday at 8 p.m. And watch our show. We're always here Thursday, 8 p.m. London time, so don't miss out.
With the exception of next week, unfortunately, we're not on next week, Thursday at 8. So I'm actually, I'm actually attending the Channel Live event over at the NEC in Birmingham. So I'll be there on Thursday, so I probably won't be back in time. So we won't be next week, but generally we are on every Thursday at 8.
Every Thursday. 8 p.m. London time.
London time. There we go. But again, yeah, everyone, thank you for watching, and we'll all see you in 2 weeks' time. And I'll leave you with this for your final thoughts. Can you go and meet hundreds of people just like you, strengthen existing relationships and forge new ones with vendors and distributors, and meet some of the biggest names in the industry, where you can go and see the newest tech and services that you need to make your IT business grow. And there'll be thousands of pounds worth of prizes up for grabs. Then what's more, you'll get that for £1. TechMax 2023 will be on the 23rd of June at Magna Adventure and Science Centre near Meadowhall in Sheffield. This event will be over 4 times larger than last year's event, and this year's event will incorporate a live tech awards, dedicated meeting rooms, demo and interactive areas, and up to 800 other techs just like you. Get registered now